Hi everyone, I'm here today with International Master Greg Shahade, an odds maker extraordinaire. He is the man behind our fantasy chess contest. He's the one who did all the odds. Actually, if people have questions for him about how he comes up with that, maybe in some of our future videos, we could go through that. Hi Greg, how's it going today?
Hey, how you doing? It's going pretty well. Woke up earlier than usual.
Yeah, we're on a Russian time zone for a couple of weeks here. It's at least we don't have the Russian weather to deal with.
That's true. Although I'm not going outside much these days, to be honest.
Yeah, most of us
I don't know. I
most
just like,
most of us who aren't the best chess players in the world are not going outside much these days, but
yeah.
they are. So I guess for that we should be in one way thankful because we get to watch some chess. We had an exciting day of chess today, and it was exciting for fantasy. Uh, let's maybe talk about what happened today. So what first of all, what were the most surprising results? Just from a fantasy perspective, based on like the surprising outcomes.
Well, let's talk about the daily fantasy contest first. We have a winner who was James Steven, I think was the winner with 61 points.
Yeah,
There was three surprising results. First of all, two guys won with black, which is very uncommon at the top level. Nepo and Wang Hao, and that's like you get like 20 points or 15 points depending which one you picked. But the really crazy one was the question about Giri and Nepo was like, do you think these players will trade queens at some point in the game? And it was like 2 points for yes, 2 points for no, and 15 points for like one queen will be captured, the other one won't. And as you saw, that's what happened. So that was another 15 points.
yeah,
And the only way,
I thought that one was amazing, especially and I'm showing on the screen here James Steven with 61 points. But yeah, I thought it was amazing that the queen was actually could have been captured on the very last move, which
yeah,
would have like I mean of course it's completely lost at that point, so I understand that the player just resigned, but it is funny that on that move like he could just play rook takes queen and then that would completely change the outcome of today's contest. I'm
totally,
sure this
totally.
was one of the main things on his mind as he chose to resign, so he wanted to have
Yeah, it's like,
it's much
well,
more exciting.
what did I pick in fantasy? I can't remember. Um, but yeah, like you have to pick when something weird happens like that in these fantasy contests, you get a lot of points, and like if you don't pick it, you can't win. I think so. It's a really weird situation where
You kind of got to shoot
you,
for the you kind of especially in the daily contest, you kind of got to shoot for the fences, right? I mean,
you can, but honestly, 21 people picked all three of those events. So like
yeah.
20 of those people picked them all, and it didn't help them. They still didn't win.
Now,
So it's like really,
should
it's
we talk a little bit about how some of the stars did? Like, how did Magnus do today?
in the daily contest. There's like 700. There's about 1750 entrants. He got 723rd.
So sort
So
of middle of the pack, a little better.
yeah, average player.
Yeah, yeah. I know I
Gustav
did. I know I
did.
did. I shouldn't laugh too much because my result in either the overall contest or the daily contest was not especially impressive. So,
Oh,
but
you beat Magnus. You did beat Magnus in the daily.
I did. Yeah. I mean, it's my first victory against him.
Hmm.
We'll see if I can keep piling them on.
Well, Lawrence Trent's on a streak against him too. He beat him, I think, yesterday. He beat him again today in the fantasy. Like,
All right. So should we talk a little bit about the overall contest and what was going on there?
yeah, a few notable things. Number one, like there was a question that was like, will there ever be a round where Black wins two games? And it's hard. Black doesn't win very often, right? At top level. Magnus wrote no. And Yes got more points. Yes got
And
three
so
points.
so did I think so.
Yeah, and it was like Yes was giving extra points, 3-2. And then in round one, it's over. That question is done. Everyone who vote yes is correct. And Magnus, you figure these guys know how unlikely it is. I mean, if he's going to write no, but
And so the guy who's doing the best right now is someone named Mr. Diddy,
oh
um,
yeah.
and who is a premium user, just like James Steven, by the way, was also a premium user. So Mr. Diddy got 32 points. How did he get there today?
Let me check real quick. So he had, well, one good thing he had that's really important. Pick a player to lose. He had Ding Liren, who gives you 8 points when they lose if you pick them. He had Wang Hao as a player to win for 5 points, which is not
Yeah.
that expected. The other key thing that you had to have was picking an opening. and one C4 was played twice, and it gets you 4 points per game. Whereas like if you pick E4, you only get 1 point. Magnus picks C4 also, and that's why he's doing pretty well. He's in 185th place out of over 2,000 people. So
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm showing the standings here right now. You know, the top users for the time being. Obviously, a lot's going to happen in 13 rounds. But yeah, I think Dingley Ren picked a lot. Let's talk a bit about how many
he
people
was
like
not.
picked Dingley Ren to win the tournament. Not that many, right?
Oh no, he was the number one pick to win the tournament. He was
Really?
picked
So he was
more
ahead of Fabiano to win the
absolutely more than
tournament.
anybody, which surprised me. But he was
Yeah,
number one. Fabiano was number
I
two.
think Fabiano was Magnus's pick on his fantasy bracket.
He was.
So
And
that's interesting. So I mean, that's not busted, but it's obviously
it's not ideal right
not
now.
ideal.
um,
If you start
but
with the loss with white, and it is pretty amazing that we
yeah,
got the two black wins in the very first day. So that's
yeah, yeah.
I think
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
know how many people would have picked that. So
but
all right,
another thing, Ding, he was one of the least picked for losing. I
right,
think he was maybe the least player, like the player people pick the least to like have to get those 8 points every time he loses. So I don't know. And Alexenko was picked the most, but at this point, you only get 3 points when Alexenko loses,
yeah,
and he would have to lose 3 times
yeah,
to catch Ding. So
yeah, it's pretty wild. So this is
yeah,
pretty interesting. So, what are you thinking about for tomorrow? Tomorrow, round two. You know, we've published. It's available on chess24.com/fantasy. Um, what are the things that you're watching tomorrow?
oh God, let me go look at the questions. Sorry.
No, that's all right. You know, I'm
I,
throwing
I have
stuff
so
out
many
there.
contests. I can't remember which ones are from which question, which contest. There's a few interesting ones. Which one do I like the most? There's one where I think I set bad odds that like
Hmm.
I don't know. There's one I
People are
don't
getting
like.
a little bit of a tip here.
I'm not gonna say which one
Some
it is,
gaming
but I
tips.
think I made a
Okay.
slight mistake.
So be
The most
careful.
interesting one I think is MVL versus Dingley Ren, and you have to guess which minor piece will be the last one to move
Okay.
out of all 8 minor pieces.
Yeah.
And it's like I tried to predict the openings and then like I actually looked at their past games.
Yeah.
And they play these similar openings, and it was like some of the pieces seemed very unlikely, so I gave them lots of points, and some of them seemed much more likely.
Okay.
So I'm kind of curious what people will pick. Will they gamble and go for that G1 knight for 20 points? Although
Yeah.
as soon as it's like E4, E5, knight
It could be
F3, you
played,
lose.
or just knight f3 on the first move. But yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I mean it's
I mean, it's
I don't know how it could happen. Like I don't. MVA would have to play D4
well, it's something
or
like yeah, I don't know, e4, e5, knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4, knight c6,
it's
d3.
you get 20 points if it
Yeah.
happens. And I think some people are picking it, but
Yeah. Well,
but there's three
it's the
choices to
shooting
get.
for the fences strategy.
Well, there's a lot of choices that give a lot of points in that one, though. 5 of the 8 choices give at least 10 points, and then 3 of the choices give just 2.
Right.
I think are the most
Yeah,
likely
the
ones.
one that are most
The
likely.
answer.
Not the knights. Yeah.
Well, no, actually, the B1 Knight made
Oh
my.
yeah, yeah.
Just looking at the way they play and the openings they usually play. I don't want to say too much more. I don't want to give too much away.
No, yeah. All
But
right.
like Roy Lopez's and Joko Pianos, which often happens,
Yeah.
that knight doesn't move so often sometimes.
Okay. All right, Greg. Well, thanks for this. Thanks for this. It's awesome to talk to you about this, and hopefully we can get you on camera a couple more times in
Oh,
the next few
totally. I'd
days.
love to. Good luck
And
to everybody. Have
yeah,
fun.
keep playing, fill out your brackets. Keep winning prizes. We have awesome prizes, and have fun with it. All right. Thanks, Greg.
See ya.